Hey y'all, it's Bear, and today I'm here to do a bookshelf exorcism. Basically, it's just a deep dive unhaul. So I'm gonna do a deep clean-ish of these shelves. I'm really going to evaluate what I want to keep, what I want to get rid of. I'm going to ask myself, is this a favorite? Could I see myself rereading it? Is it something that I enjoyed enough to keep or something I want to reread? And then finally, would it serve someone else better? Because if we're being honest, books can get pretty pricey, and a lot of these are going to a used bookstore, and I would rather some kid who's looking for representation find it in a used bookstore for like $3 than have to pay full price for it. I also have rules for myself. Rule 1, I have these Trader Joe's bags. I need to fill up these Trader Joe's bags by the end of the video with books I'm getting rid of. Number 2, I will be doing the bookshelf unhaul challenge. Number 3, I'm going to be cleaning my TBR stacks there and there, and also I'm going to try and get rid of one book from each shelf. Number 1, a book you rated low. I'm getting rid of Final Girls by Riley Sager. I rated this 2 stars. Also, I got it at a discount, so I don't feel that bad about ditching it. Next, a book you changed your mind about. A book I changed my mind about, The House on the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. Number 3, a series you won't complete. I think I'm gonna go with Anna Dressed in Blood. This was one that we read for our Spooky Bitches book club. 4 is a book that you DNF'd, and I don't frequently DNF books. If I do, I put them back on my TBR, so let's go check out my TBR. So for this one, I'm gonna go with Ash by Melinda Lowe. This is a sapphic fantasy, and I've tried to read it like 4 times, and I just can't get into it. Okay, next, a book you have multiple copies of. So for this one, I'm going to be unhauling The Boy in the Red Dress by Kristen Lambert. I purchased this book, and then the next day, it arrived in the mail, so I have 2 copies of it, so I don't need another copy. So I'm keeping the one that was sent from my Amazon wishlist, and this one's getting unhauled, just because I don't need 2 copies. A book you'll never actually get to. I'm going to go with The Brilliant Death by Amy Rose Capetta. I bought this book like 3 years ago, and I've been saying it every month that I'm gonna read it, and I haven't yet, and I think I just need to accept the fact that, like, it's probably not gonna happen. A book you bought because of the hype. So I think for a hyped book, I'm gonna pick The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. I read this whenever it first came out and was very popular on BookTube. Book you bought because of the cover. This one, the literal only one I can find is Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw. I don't really have much interest in reading this anymore, so I don't have a book that I don't know anything about, so just to replace that prompt, I'm gonna pick The Gray Shear by Kim Liggett. I enjoyed this book. I thought it was great. I'm not gonna reread it. So this one is kind of cheating because I bought it, but it was with a gift card that I got for my birthday. So a book that I didn't spend money on myself is The Devouring Grey by Christine Lynn Herman, and then also The Deck of Omens. That's everything off of the Unhaul challenge. Let's go through and pick a book off each shelf. I'm gonna go with Dragon Pearl off of this shelf back here because I'm not gonna reread it, and I no longer really want to collect all of the Rick Riordan Presents books, and I would rather some kid who wants to see themselves represented in a book find it at the thrift store. So I'm also going to be getting rid of Note to Self by Connor Franta, then I'm Not Dying With You Tonight by Kimberly Jones and Gilly Siegel. Also getting rid of Lock Every Door. I think I just don't have any interest in pursuing anything else by Riley Sager. And then I think I'm also gonna unhaul Wild and Crooked by Leah Thomas. I enjoyed this one a lot, but I'm never gonna reread it. So I think off of this one, I'm also gonna get rid of Water for Elephants by Sarah Groom and The Epic Crush of Jeannie Lowe. On this far shelf, the orange shelf right here, I really only feel comfortable parting with World War Z. So off of that shelf, we are cutting A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I read this at a very dark time in my life. I think the 2 that I'm getting rid of off of this shelf are Two Boys Kissing by David Levithan, and then also I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. I have Ready Player One. I feel like we all know the problems with this one. I don't need to elaborate on Ernest Cline. Told the Boys I Lived Before. Bird Box by Josh Mallerman. In a comic, we have Fence by C.S. Picott. We're going to be unhauling Peter Pan. We all know that I don't like Peter Pan anymore. And then also, I think I'm going to be getting rid of Stage Dreams. 3 books off of that one. We have 1 + 1 = Blue. Then we have a graphic novel called Witches. And then White Cat by Holly Black. We're doing big damage on these lower shelves. I have Another Day by David Levithan. Beauty Queens by Libba Bray. I thought about rereading this. I might keep this one. This is going in the maybe pile. Then we have The Phantom Tollbooth. And then finally, The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold, which is just the most emotionally traumatizing book that I have ever picked up. Then we're also gonna cut A Blade So Black by L.L. McKinney. And then I'm also gonna get rid of The Afterlife of Holly Chase. Beautiful Creatures. So that movie, we don't talk enough about how good that movie was. Now, I just went ahead and cleared off the rest of my shelves because this is getting kind of long. Also unhauling Will Grayson by David Levithan and John Green. Song for a Whale by Lynn Kelly. The entire trilogy of Dark Visions by L.J. Smith, and keeping my Nightworld books, getting rid of my Dark Vision books. Gods of Jade and Shadow by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. Animal Farm by George Orwell. The Beautiful by Renee Audier. The Son of Neptune by Rick Riordan. For some reason, I have 2 copies of this. The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. The Teen Titans Raven graphic novel by Cami Garcia. The Shining Girls by Lauren Bukes. The Vanishing Deep by Astrid Schultz. She's Too Pretty to Burn by Wendy Hurd. You Had Me at Ola by Alexis Daria. We Speak in Storms by Natalie Lund. The Lady's Guide to Celestial Mechanics by Olivia Waite. American Housewife by Helen Ellis. Somewhere Only We Know by Maureen Gu. It Only Happens in the Movies by Holly Bourne. And Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. Bag number 1. Success! Bag number 2. Bag number 2. Bag number 3. Because I had to. Ooh, this one's heavy. Bag number 3. Did you hear how heavy that thump was? That's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you let me know by liking, sharing, subscribing, all that shit. Hit the bell. Comment question of the day. What do you do with books that you unhaul? I live in Orlando and there's not a lot of used bookstores here, surprisingly. And yeah, I take them back home to Alabama or I give them to friends. If you don't have time, you don't have the spoons, you don't want to answer, you don't have an answer, let me know, but you made it all the way until the end of the video by leaving me a yellow heart or a smiley face. That's all I have. I hope you have a wonderful whatever it is, wherever you are. I will see you next time in another video. Thank you for watching. Okay, cool. Bye.